Never stop reading Bible. Today, we're diving into an incredible story of betrayal, desperation, and a test. A test so intense, it could either bring a family back together or completely tear it apart for good.
So think about that for a second. It's a question that really pushes us, right? And it's the exact question sitting at the very center of the story we're breaking down today. We're jumping into a really powerful 3-chapter story from the book of Genesis. And trust me, this is way more than just an ancient tale. It's a high-stakes psychological drama about what holds a family together. So, our story kicks off with a massive crisis. Chapter 42 throws us right into the deep end, a world gripped by famine, which forces a journey that will change everything. Okay, so the situation is dire. People are starving, and Jacob's family is running out of food. So he sends 10 of his sons to Egypt to buy grain. But, and this is key, he keeps his youngest son, Benjamin, at home. You see, Jacob already lost his favorite son, Joseph, years ago, and he is terrified of losing Benjamin too. And this is where the drama just explodes. The brothers arrive in Egypt and find themselves bowing down to the second most powerful man in the entire country, and they have no idea that he is Joseph, the very brother they sold into slavery 2 decades ago. For them, this is just a business transaction. For him, this is the moment he's been waiting 20 years for. Joseph knows who they are instantly, but to them, he's a total stranger, a powerful Egyptian governor. And he doesn't let on. No, instead he plays a part. He speaks harshly to them and accuses them of being spies. And this is where Joseph sets his first test. He says if they want to prove they're telling the truth, they have to follow his rules. One brother stays behind as a hostage. The rest can go home with grain, but they are forbidden to return unless they bring their youngest brother, Benjamin, with them.
So you have to wonder, what's Joseph's game here? Is this just cold, calculated revenge for what they did to him all those years ago? Or is he looking for something else? Is he testing them to see if they've changed at all?
So they head home, and the weirdness just keeps coming. When they stop to open their sacks of grain, they find the money they paid for it just sitting right on top. Now, this isn't some happy accident. It's terrifying. They're convinced this powerful Egyptian is setting a trap for them. All right, let's more into chapter 43, because the situation is about to get even worse. The family is still shaken from that first trip, but the famine isn't letting up. And believe me, the stakes are about to get a whole lot higher. Time passes, the famine gets worse, and eventually, the grain runs out. They have to go back to Egypt. Jacob absolutely refuses to let Benjamin go. That is, until Judah, the 4th son, steps up. He makes this incredible promise, personally guaranteeing Benjamin's life with his own. Facing starvation, Jacob, heartbroken, finally agrees. Now, this is a huge moment for Judah. We have to remember, this is the guy who suggested selling Joseph into slavery in the first place. And now, here he is offering his own life for his youngest brother. This is the first real hint that maybe, just maybe, he's a changed man. So they get back to Egypt with Benjamin, probably expecting the worst. But instead of being thrown in prison, they get an invitation to have lunch at the governor's house. Can you imagine their confusion and fear? It just keeps building. And right here, we get a little peek behind Joseph's stern mask. The second he sees Benjamin, his only full brother, his composure just shatters. He's so overwhelmed with emotion, he actually has to run to another room and weep before he can face them again. The mystery only deepens at lunch. Joseph has his servants seat the brothers at the table in their exact birth order, from the oldest all the way down to the youngest. How in the world could this Egyptian stranger know something so personal about their family? They are completely baffled. And all of this leads to the climax in chapter 44. Joseph has seen his brothers, he's seen Benjamin, and now he sets one final brilliant trap. This is it. This is the test that will finally answer that one burning question. Have they really changed? So here's the trap. As his brothers are leaving, Joseph tells his servant to secretly plant his own personal silver cup in Benjamin's sack. Then he sends the servant after them to catch them and accuse them of theft. And the punishment? The one who stole the cup, Benjamin, must become Joseph's slave for life. And of course, the cup is found right where Joseph planted it. This is the perfect test. It's history repeating itself.
Another of Jacob's beloved sons is about to be lost. The brothers have an easy out. They could abandon Benjamin and save themselves, just like they did with Joseph years ago. But they don't. This time is different. Judah steps forward again. He gives this powerful, passionate speech, pleading with Joseph, explaining that losing another son would literally kill their father. And then he says it. He offers himself as a slave in Benjamin's place. And in that single moment, Judah's transformation is complete. The very same man who sold his brother for a handful of silver is now willing to sacrifice his own freedom for the rest of his life to save another brother. This is the moment the whole story, all 3 chapters, have been building towards. Joseph pushed his family to the absolute edge, all to find the answer to his question. And really, that's what it all comes down to. This incredible act of self-sacrifice. Is this the proof that Joseph was looking for? Is this the moment he finally sees that his brothers are not the same selfish men who betrayed him all those years ago? Now, the story doesn't end right there, but this moment of redemption, this is the true heart of it. It's an amazing testament to the power of change and forgiveness. This has been an explainer from the Center Studio.